What's going on YouTube? Ali Dope checking in once again with another dope tutorial. Yes, sir. Today we're gonna create a cool 3D animation using After Effects and a 3D camera tool. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next drop. Hey guys, we're moving pretty fast. We're already at about 7,100, man. The community is growing extremely quickly, and I appreciate you guys putting that pressure on me. Once again, if you guys haven't seen my behind the scenes video that I dropped a few days ago, go watch that. I do mention that I am in the midst of moving. So as you can see, I'm starting to pack up my house. So I'll be moving, and I'm excited to announce where I'll be for the next few months and what I'll be doing there. Once again, this is gonna be the last tutorial for this month of July. I'm not gonna drop another one until I get settled into my crib in August at the new spot. So after I get settled in there, I'll be sure to be going live on Twitch, and I'll be dropping more YouTube videos, not just more or less about tutorials, but content creation. Finally, I'll be able to start talking about money and things like that. So you guys stay tuned, but otherwise, for this video, we're just gonna use the 3D tracker camera using After Effects. We're gonna be using Kodak Black for this one. Like I said, this isn't gonna be the detailed tutorial. This is gonna be the tutorial just to get you guys' gears going and inspiration for what you can do with the 3D tracker tutorial. Once again, I'm gonna do another tutorial in a couple of weeks with the same kind of effect and the same kind of idea, but just in a different way, just to give you guys a heads up so you guys can start practicing. So without further ado, I don't wanna hold you guys up too crazy. Let's hop in the computer and let's get it started. Yes, sir. So we're just gonna hop right into After Effects. As you can see here, we're gonna start a new project. Now the composition is all to what you wanted to use for, so it can be for YouTube, the feed, or Reels. So we're doing it for Reels, so we're just gonna go ahead and start a new comp. We're gonna go ahead regular. You can do 4K, 23.96, that's fine. Just make sure the width is 1080. And that height is 1920. Everything else is all good. Duration, make sure it's up there. 0. I really just wanted like 15 seconds. So now you got this plain background. Here we go. Now we're just gonna start loading all our elements into it. Okay, so this is pretty much all the assets I'm using. I got a couple of his logos, a couple of pictures of Kodak himself, some falling money transitions. I got a good background and a few music videos to use as a plane. The first thing on the comp is, let's go ahead and add a background. So let's go ahead and add this in there. Stretch it out to make it fit. With all of these, you guys, we do need to start adding that 3D on all of them. So just make sure everything you click is 3D. So now we're just gonna add a bunch of elements into it first. Then we're gonna start placing everything how it needs to be placed. All right, so kind of like what you want first. So I'm just gonna add like pretty much the PNGs first. And then right now, like I said, you guys just wanna bring all the elements into it that you know you're gonna use in the clips. And then we're gonna go ahead and start placing them in the 3D space. But first, you just wanna add all the elements into it and then kind of look the areas that you wanna have it in. Boom. We pretty much have all our stuff. You can see there's no motion except for the background right now. Then we got some videos, stuff like that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna just turn everything on the 3D layers, right? So this is really gonna get a little tricky because we do have to start placing some other things on there so it can all like coincide together. So as you can see, we got the 3D tracker on. We're gonna just drop this down. Make sure these are clicked. That's a lot that has to do with it. The motion blur too, just so everything has that cohesiveness. Now you're gonna go down here to view. You're gonna go down to 2 view. Right now this is top view. You can always change these views by clicking down here and going top. You can go front, you can go the right side, custom view, whatever. So we're just gonna go top because we do want to see everything from the top. So what you're gonna do first is, I don't know if you guys watched my other tutorial about the 3D tracker and putting things in 3D space, but first things first is always gonna be this background. We're gonna push this background like back here a little bit, like right here. Now with the background, so now it's pushed back a little bit. Now we have to increase the scale so it can still take up all that space it's taken up. And then we can actually press position 2 to kind of like move it over. So boom. As you can see, it's back here. This is that right here. So now these other things, the other elements and other assets that we have, we can go ahead and start pushing things back in space. So yeah, we're probably just gonna start with the top. Boom. Cool. Keep it here and just start moving everything. Oops. Make sure you're just moving everything. And you can turn this transparency on to see the background and stuff like that. So now, palm tree. So this one, we want to just start this one back here. All that's pretty much laid. As you can see, this is the background. Then you got all these other elements in there doing their thing. So now we're gonna start adding some planes and some other things in there. So first and foremost, I want to add some of this music video in there. I'm trying to grab some cool parts of the Peachy video like that. Take that, and you just grab this part and drop it on in there, you guys. So now you got this Peachy video, and you want to go ahead and turn on this 3D tracker for that as well. Go ahead and minimize this. And now since it has 3D tracker, like you said, guys, you guys can move it sideways like that. You can have it can be flipped like that, and then this is where most of the effects and cool kind of vibes is going on. So now we want to take this to the max and just kind of just put it where we want to put it. You know what I'm saying? You can adjust the scale, like I said. You can adjust the position, and it's on here. So it's on this plane, so you can move it backwards between the plane, so it could be, you know, in the back of the plane closer towards the background, or it can be, he could be standing on something, and I really want him standing on it, so I really want to put it like around here, right here, and I want him standing on the plane low-key. And you just want to do that for a bunch of the clips. You just want to take a bunch of different clips and try to place them in there as well using the same technique. We're going to do that again. We're going to try a different music video this time. This one with Hot Boy Him. You can either have it on it the same time. You can create a pre-compose and have a different bunch of different elements, and we're probably going to do that too. But I just want to start grabbing a few of these pieces and just start grabbing them and doing some, you know, cool stuff. And this one's gonna run around the same time as this one. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop that, adjust them settings, and then we're gonna move the thing. I probably wanna put that right here. Probably pull it down a little bit. Cool. Now for me, guys, I am about to go grab a few different couple of clips. I wanna grab enough clips so it gets all the way down to 15. And then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do after that. So I'm gonna speed it up. I'm gonna just grab a bunch of clips right now, and that's what I'm about to do. So as you guys can see, I got a few different things here, but it's only the background only has motion, which is kind of dry. Cool. And then the last thing I probably want to add is some falling money. Probably started like right around the 3-second mark. Falling money. But as you can see, it's in the back of everything. You got to turn that 3D camera on. As you can see now, it picks up everything. Boom. And for this one, I do want to play with the opacity because I do want it to come in with a nice little cross. So you just go to transform, click on opacity, click on make it 0, go to the part that you want to start it on, and then put it back at 100. Boom. Alright, so now you got that. Now you can see all this money raining all different types of places. So, you know, just play with it, adjust it. Like I said, if you only want money in certain parts of the video, then make sure you push it back. And then now it's only money in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you only want money back here. Boom. Say you want to make it smaller, and you really only want it raining behind him. You know what I'm saying? So like, say if you increase it, boom. And you can still play with these settings like that. Boom. If you want to, you can go ahead and add a mask on it. Add a nice little circle mask. We'll do like an eclipse mask on here. Boom. Nice little mask. And then go ahead and add that feather on the mask. Feather on the mask. Boom. So now you got this. Cool. So if you want to, you could split it up. It can go a little bit like that. Can Control Shift D. Not have it. Now this one is in a new spot. It's up here now. It's in front of some things. Now I got it raining over here. You know what I'm saying? And now for this, I can just kind of like phase it out. Go back to that transform. Go back to opacity. Click on opacity right here. This little dot, 100. And then I can just fade it out to 0. And then end the clip right there. Minimize that. Save it. So boom. So now this is what we got. We got a bunch of clips. Everything's kind of just sitting still. You got a little bit of motion, but it's kind of blurry. It's kind of bland. It really got nothing too much going on. You see a bunch of stuff. So now we got to go ahead and start adding and tracking some motion, so the characters and everything can have some movement. Now for me, I'm just trying to keep it simple. So it's going to be a lot of simple keyframing. So boom, for instance, this sniper gang, the logo, sniper logo right here, boom. As you can see, it's just kind of chilling. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and open that up, go to transform at the beginning here, just go ahead and click all these. All right, so kind of where you want it at. After you set your keyframes, I'm going to go for the Y rotation. And I want to go ahead and flip that bad boy about 15 seconds. Let's do 6 times. And you're going to go ahead and just take that all the way to the end right here. And then you can just keyframe that, easy ease out. So boom, now you got that piece. Just, there you go. Look at that. Now we starting to get some motion going. Here we go. Now you got the Sniper Gang logo just spinning in space. Cool. Now what else we want to do? So now for the chain, I'm gonna duplicate the chain. Take this, click them both, and then I'm gonna pre-compose them. I'm gonna call it chain. Right, still throw on this 3D character, boom. Now for the chain, I'm gonna go ahead and cut and mask out the outside. So go ahead and grab that mask, boom. Make it a circle. Boom. Turn that off. Boom. So now you got that, the top, and then you got the bottom. And so what we're gonna do is around the 1 second mark, we're gonna have Shift D, boom. And now we're just gonna go ahead and create a keyframe, transform. I just like doing all of them because you never know, but you really not trying to move nothing. All right, so after you create all your keyframes, like I said, you're gonna go back down to the end. We're only doing 1 keyframe on this one, so it's a Z axis. We're gonna go 5 times. Same thing, right click, easy out, boom. So now it's gonna have that nice little blur. It's cool, and then it just starts twisting. I think that looks pretty cool. Now we just gotta fix that anchor point, because the anchor point, you want the anchor point in the middle. And then there you go. Now you guys are starting to see there's some motion going on. And this ain't even like all of it. This is just make sure we got all the things moving, got some action going on. Boom. All right, we got that spinning, got that spinning. Oop, hold up. Now we're having some collide with this, so we just gotta back that up a little bit so that there's no problems right there. Boom. All right, boom. That's pretty cool. Cool. Now, if you want to be fancy, You can add like another clip with a bunch of clips together and create another pre-composed layer with all of the videos. I'm about to do that real quick just so I can show you guys, but I'm not gonna walk you through it. I'm just gonna show you what can be done. So let's just say I grab some clips from this video here, turn that on, boom, go to scale, shift, oops, boom. So you take these two, shift them, right click, pre-compose. We're just gonna name it video clip. Turn this back on. Now you have it here. Now you got a second set of clips that you could just do some crazy cool stuff to. So say I wanted to take this and add like a crazy ass effect to it. Say I wanted to add like, all right, say I duplicate it, right? And I add like one of these like random effects on the top. Boom, smoothie. We're just gonna go with that one. And then for smoothie, let's say I want to click on it, right? The smoothness. Cool. Boom. All right, so say we going in Mr. Smoothie, right? Say it only comes in for a few seconds. We're just getting fancy here, you guys, but like say it only comes in for a few seconds. Opacity is gonna be at 0 at the beginning. Oops. 0 at the beginning. And then it's gonna pop on to 100. 0. Do that again. Create this clipping, this keyframe right here where it's back at 100 for this one. Now you're gonna go back down to 0 and just say we just copy those for like the next couple of scenes. Boom. Let's do this again. Right there. Grab that right there. Boom. All right, so say we got this right here. Boom. Now we got this right here. Say we add some distort to this one. Usually it'd be easy. I'd have a bunch of distort presets from Sapphire, but right now, like I said, I deleted everything right now. So we're just chilling. Stylize. I'm trying to figure out some cool stuff to put on here. Prism. Displacement. Alright, so say we just did this right here. Glass refraction. Say we do it like right there. Boom. Say we just click it and it's like the glass refraction, click the source, bump it up, you know what I'm saying? Bring it back down. Boom. Put it at 0. There, like I said, then you press U, copy and paste them. Copy, paste, save, control save. Now, say we wanted to add a little bit more fanciness to this one. Say we drop that dollar transition on there, right here, between the two. Yeah, so it's like right there. Cool. So now it's like a smooth little slight light transition, right? So now we got that slight light transition that we just did with all that stuff in it. Like I said, now we got that clip. Now we can do anything with this clip that we want. So what we're gonna do is push it on the side, push it towards this way a little bit, and we're gonna change the scale on there. Boom. And we're gonna push it to the back. Z, push it back here. And now we're gonna move it. Cause I don't really want nothing too crazy. Boom, right there is cool. Adjust that scale a little bit. Make sure it's on the back. Make sure it's pushed back behind everything so it's not affecting anything. Boom. Pretty much the main concept of like adding stuff, turning stuff, moving stuff. You could do this with the pictures too. Say I wanted to change like him standing right here. Say I want it around like right here when it's raining on him. Pause. When it's like that, say I wanted to go ahead and click this. Control Shift D, right? Say I want to click it, right? And then go ahead and do that same thing. Say I want to go ahead and get in here, transform, click all these, say 7, boom. And now I just want to, oops. Say I just want to turn everything around, right? Say I want to just do it like 3 times, boom. So now we got some motion going on. It's like a lot of things going on, but it looks kind of plain because it's all on kind of like one plane, right? It's like you don't really get to see what's going on. So now we got to go ahead and go in here and click right click. Oops. Right click, new camera. You can do anything. I like using 35. Boom, create the camera. Now you got this camera here. The camera's right here, as you can see. And if you want to, like I said, you got all this space on this second screen to back that camera on up. Right. Now as it flies, it's gonna fly through all these other things. Boom, until you get all the way to the back. And that's all we really want to do. So I probably want to start it from like right here to the front. Transform. Go ahead and click all of these. And then just go to the end around the 14 seconds. And then I'm just going to have it fly through pretty much everything. Move it down. I'm going to just have it fly through pretty much everything. Right? So you got that pushing. Now, if you want to, you can get a little fancy as it gets like to like right here, something like that. Create some more keyframes like right before that. Keep some keyframes just so you always have your spot. Say you want to kind of turn the camera and say you want to turn the camera and like face and look at something. You know what I'm saying? Push in to that thing. Say now you want to come back out. Put the thing back in the center. So this is, like I said, gonna be like not a perfect version of it, but just like get the ideas flowing of what's possible. I always try to do what's possible. So for me, I know backing this far up, I'm not liking how the background is, so I'm gonna scale that up because I want the background to be the furthest joint. Like I said, you guys, this was just to get your ideas going. I'll probably sit and probably do another tutorial next month when I get back into my tutorials. But yeah, this was just a nice little quick one just so you guys can get the idea of what you can do with this 3D tracker camera. I really want to go in on this 3D camera because I feel like the 3D camera and the 3D space is going to be prominent going forward. But yeah, this is pretty much what you have. Stuff moving around, shaking, and like I said, this isn't gonna be the final version that you see at the beginning. The final version that you're gonna see at the beginning, like I said, I went in Premiere after I rendered this out. I added a few effects, I added a few overlays to it to give it like a more of a feeling. And then when I post it on the reels, I'm gonna add the music in there. But this was giving me a good base start of what I wanted to do. I just want to give you guys the same thing so you guys can have stuff going on and different ideas, like I said, for visualizers and things like that. I think for the next one, I'm probably going to do the same tutorial, but I'm going to show you how to do it. And I'm going to include some text and some lyrics and how to make some objects really 3D using it, Element 3D. So that's going to be probably next tutorial, you guys. But this one, I just want to show you guys what you can do, what the possibilities are of moving things, adding different elements into it to give it like a cool little, you know, little visualizer effect. Okay guys, once again, I hope that helped you in some way, shape, or form. Got those gears turning and that inspiration flowing. All right, so guys, like I said, take that, do as you please with it. Take it, twist it, flip it, whatever. Once again, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for the kids so you don't miss a drop and so the algorithm knows this video is lit and more people can see it. All right, but until next time, you guys, remember, keep learning, keep hustling, and most importantly, keep creating. And until the next time, Ali Dope, I'm checking out. Yes, sir.